You know, if you want to stream your morning yoga routine to your TV, we actually have Chromecast capability so that you can send the video like you normally have, but for the first time you get coaching, right? So with our app, you hear your fitness coach counting, so you don't have to count your repetitions, and you also get motivation. So you go, yeah, yesterday you did, 20 push-ups. Today you only were able to do 5.
You want to test the mic?
Cool.
All right. Right off the chart.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it is on. Okay. You turned it on.
It is on.
Yep, it's on. You should
Have you done a lot of
recording, but I
these
just wanted to check
first,
these
like
levels.
showing people that first, or been there with people when they did it for the first time?
So I've had Glass over a year, which is a little longer than the average Glass Explorer. So from Tokyo to Berlin to, I've done it all. I've done it all.
Congressman, could you say 1, 2, 3?
Hi, testing 1, 2, 3. This is Jared Polis, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect, I think we're good.
Right.
Okay.
What would you?
I'd like to first just get a quick demo on how to actually work this Google Glass, and if you could show the Congressman a little bit about that.
Let me. I just got it. So I've got a unit for you.
Good.
And basically, Glass is a. Google doesn't like me to say it this way, but this is the best way I can explain it. It's a miniaturized cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so the innards are basically equivalent to a mid-grade smartphone. Okay, and it's for all intents and purposes, this thing is more than just a camera, right? A lot of the discussions about it have been, privacy and the camera and the thing. It's actually a full-on computer, okay, and it's internet connected either through your cell phone for Bluetooth and your 4G or 3G connection, or through your Wi-Fi connection at home. All right. So a quick demo of what it is. This is a battery. This little part right here. It's a very, very small battery.
How long does it last?
On a good day, 5 to 8 hours
Of use.
Of use,
Yeah.
which is actually why it will be a bad streaming device, right? for for capturing information. Right next to the battery is a pretty fancy piece of technology. It's actually an older piece of technology called a BCT. It's a bone conduction transducer, which vibrates the sound through your skull. It's kind of amazing. It's actually the same technology that people who are hard of hearing use. So this is the meat and potatoes, right? So this is where the computer is housed. There is a touch screen on the side, so the entire side of it is touch screen. The infamous camera that is connected to the innards. A prism, which is the glass bar. It's actually a polymer or some sort of plastic that reflects from a mirror and creates the illusion of having an iPhone hovering in front of you, in space.
Cool.
But and that's what makes it all magic. And so you turn it on by, it's perpetually on, but it's always listening for a command.
Okay.
Right? So that's the perfect way to do it. It comes in different shapes and sizes. This is the regular band with the space age look. So as you notice, it's off.
Right.
And to wake it up, you would traditionally just touch this side. And I'm gonna.
Maybe I didn't touch it right. Where do I touch it?
Yep. I think you.
It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
This is 11:05.
And so I'm gonna hopefully. Oops.
Have you ever tried this Google Glass on before,
No, this is
Congressman?
my first time. So you're controlling it from there.
I am. It makes it easier. So this entire side right here is a touch screen, and it takes a little bit getting used to.
Okay, Glass. Google. Okay, Glass. Show me a picture of a Cairn Terrier.
Oh, interesting.
It's like the little dog here.
Oh, wait.
Picture of. I should say picture of Cairn Terrier.
Right. Well, you can. Natural language is.
Can't reach Google.
So I don't have internet connectivity on that.
There should be
device.
there's a Wi-Fi here.
We can definitely do that.
Yeah, there is. We have one here. Just an
Let's-
there's no password. It's just an animatable open Wi-Fi.
Okay, great. Let's do that. Give me a second.
Okay, Glass. Record a video. Begin. Hello, everybody. Hey, Shakar, I'm taking your video. Say hi. End video.
Hi.
It actually records for 10 seconds.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
And then stops. But so which
Start
one,
video.
Which one am I connecting to? Do we know?
You want the guest one? House public.
There we go. That needs a password though.
No, it shouldn't need a password. Try.
I think
house.
it's,
Is there a password?
I think it's House Public with a capital H and capital.
Yeah, try that. Try house.
That's the password as
Yeah.
I
well.
think so.
Okay, great.
All
So,
one word.
That's the password. Turn on. There we go. Record video. Take picture.
Can you focus in different, are there different like focal lengths for that camera?
no, it's an illusion of having something hovering in front of you, so
And also,
it tricks the
I assume you
eye.
can talk pretty softly and it picks it up, right?
Yeah, it's
Video. You can mumble to yourself.
you can no, it needs you to enunciate.
Okay.
Obviously, it's doing a lot of voice recognition. So if you mumble it, it won't.
Keeps turning itself off, though. There we go. Okay, glass.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing exactly when you're looking through the glass? Can you describe it for me?
Well, it's a little screen. There's a little screen there, and in fact,
I'm
yes.
mirroring.
This is exactly what I see right here.
So when he says "Okay, glass," he can say Google.
Google.
Picked up my voice.
Oh, it can pick up other people's voices. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And it picked, because I said Google after I said Google, it picked up Google. So it's going to tell me about Google, which is a little meta. So it actually told me what Google was. All I had to say was Google.
What are you
It's telling me
hearing?
that, Google is a multinational corporation specializing in, all this stuff. And
Very self-aware.
yeah, very self-aware.
Sentient.
That's a very interesting way of putting it.
Are we
So
on the internet now?
you are on the internet now.
Google.
I'm sorry. Let me take.
Okay, glass. Google. Picture of Cairn Terrier. Yes. Awesome. There we are.
It's probably still loading.
This is great. So right now I see pictures of my little dog. I see 7 of them across the screen.
And
Upper
you-
right.
Oh, it can't do that. That would be awesome if it did that.
So how do I pick that
You would
up?
have to tap to continue.
There we go.
So then
this is
just
the
keep
one.
swiping through the timeline.
Yeah,
So
so
you
I'm
can
scrolling pictures of Cairn Terriers now. Yes, you can see what.
Can you
see
hold
what
that
it's-
up?
Yeah, so that's like
Yeah.
just like. So that's like my little dog.
That's crazy. But you can still focus on other things while you're looking at that.
Yeah, so glass sits.
It's a bit. It's
It
just like
sits
a little-
above your peripheral, like right above your eye.
It's like if you're holding an iPhone up, like maybe right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's about almost exactly. So I'm just like it's exactly like this if I was holding it up here.
So what would be the legislative concerns here then, in terms of regulating Google Glass, regulating privacy, the camera on it?
Well, I don't think they're any different than the current parameters we have about it. I mean, where people have a reasonable expectation of privacy, you can't film them. It doesn't matter whether you have this or a video camera or whatever. You can't infringe upon that without their permission. In public venues, of course, you can. Now, you can't commercially use somebody's image without their permission, but you can use on it. So there's a whole set of laws around this, and this is just a different kind of device. It is apparent that you have it, which is fine. If it wasn't, so it really fits right in with everything that's already in place. Like if you were holding a video camera or if you have an iPhone. If this was completely unnoticeable at all, then you'd be in kind of a new area. But that's probably a few years away.
Mm-hmm.
There are some products on the market. There's that are just like you said, a few months away from market that are a little bit more discreet. Look like a pair of Ray-Bans or sunglasses, and unfortunately, I think those would be a little bit creepier. A lot of people bandy around the word creepy a little bit with these. coincidentally, in over a year that I've had this in this specific region, I've never had an issue. If anything, people approach me and are super excited about it. It's coming back from Austin.
People are excited that they can, stop cops from doing bad things.
Right.
So, I mean, but, that's what cell phones have done.
Right.
They haven't, but they helped. And then this too. So, I mean, and that's perfectly appropriate. If you see somebody doing something illegal that they shouldn't be doing, you're completely allowed to videotape them and report them. Again, it's just the exact same laws that we have. If like you could hold this up and pretend to text and actually be filming somebody. And again, if they had the expectation of privacy, and you were trying to use this commercially, that would be illegal and they'd have a cause of action against you. Same with this. So there's a whole lot of established law around this because it's no different. It's just a continuum of devices that have been around for decades.
Why do you think some of your colleagues might have an objection to this? I mean, you're from a tech entrepreneur background, but some of your other colleagues that might not.
I mean, there'll also be the normal concerns about like not doing this while you drive or while you're engaged in another activity that requires your undivided attention, and those are appropriate. Like a lot of states have banned cell phone use, and depending on how those laws were written, they existed before this, so they might have to specifically prohibit enhanced eyeglass use or whatever you call that. What do you call the genre of devices?
Heads-up display,
Heads-up
wearable,
displays,
wearable,
wearable
head-mounted
computing.
wearable computing.
Yeah. On the other hand, wearable computing can also make driving safer.
Thank you.
So,
I was about to say that.
so I mean, you have to be careful that you're not completely prohibiting it because you can actually have wearable computing that, whether it adjusts road conditions or, for instance, it's quite dangerous. We all do it, and I hope it's legal in most jurisdictions. When you get route guidance on your iPhone and you have to look down, I'm sorry, on your Google Android.